from the Electoral Commission head office to the airport intersection, Gold House, Tetekwashi Interchange, Jolu, and many other intersections in Accra, these billboards are dividing attention of drivers from the steering wheels to the enticing and not so enticing billboards. Advertising on electricity poles is unlawful, but it seems the laws can wait. For the executive director of the Advertisers Association of Ghana, Francis Dadsey, the situation amounts to visual pollution.
The fact of the matter that because of the fact that they are looking for ears and eyeballs, they try to move to certain points where they can reach those people. But when a situation where at a junction and intersection, you have 10 or 15 boards, all of them are losing the visibility. It is called visual pollution. Because the eye can only see a certain second. And it's a clutter. You understand? So all of the boards there are losing their visibility. So you go and put your board there and somebody has his board already there. You can't put and think that you will not get a client.
Per the local government bylaws, the distance between two billboards on the same stretch of road shall be a minimum of 50 meters. Not so at Opebia. It's threatening to rain. Very often when it does heavily, the beams that hold these billboards sometimes are uprooted. They could fall on people, paralyzing them for the rest of their lives. When it does not, the billboards on these metallic skeletons are ripped apart, leaving the city with a rather unkempt look. Across the city, these metallic skeletons of what used to be billboards have posed as if for cameras, but in reality, they deface the city. These metallic beams occupy spaces on a pavement for pedestrians. Along the pavement of Adabaka Primary School, these signboards make it impossible for persons with disability to move freely. Executive Director of the Ghana Blind Union, Dr. Peter Obeng Asamoah, says such situations limit mobility of his members.
When you put advertising or you put boards and signs on pavements, what you are doing is that you are limiting the access routes. You are limiting our ability as blind people to move around independently. For example, you put a no parking sign in the middle of a pavement. Now, this pavement is somewhere where a blind person may be walking independently along. He doesn't see that sign, but he knows that a pavement is meant to walk on. So he's walking and he bumps into this pavement, he might get some injuries. We've had occasion where a few of our members have had such unfortunate situations.
I spoke to a cross-section of Ghanaians for their thoughts about the billboards. Many of them are unhappy.
If you are even driving on the highway, there's no road signs where to take exits, where to take to like branch to a different city or whatever. We don't have it. But billboards are taken all over everywhere. And in this case, you can testify, you can attest to that. If we want to develop a country in a global world, all developed countries go by road safety precautions, right? But in Ghana, it seems the rules and the laws are not working.
Most of these signposts sometimes also leads to accidents and stuff because you can't see ahead. Maybe there's someone standing beside the road who is ready to cross, but because of the signpost blocking, you can't see that there's someone crossing the street. Then what happens? Accidents and stuff. So
billboards are okay. They are communication. They communicate to us. But like I said, my only problem is the digital ones. In the evening, you realize when it's on and then it's reflecting.
It's very difficult for us to drive at that place when the billboards and the signboard are there plenty. So it's not good at all. It's not helping us on there to drive.
Behind me is an intersection linking Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, that's from Circle to Accra, and the Castle Road from the Holy Spirit Cathedral towards Adabaka. This intersection has become a recipe for disaster due to the clutter around this particular section. The traffic light very often does not work, and neither can motorists see to their right. Any move that is a misstep could lead to a disaster right here. Back to Francis Datsey, because as a professional advertiser with more than 20 years of experience, he is not proud of the state of out-of-home advertising in Ghana, and he blames the local government.
We have devolved a lot of power into the local authorities, and a lot of them, for want of a better word, are part of the problem. So you go and meet a schedule officer who has been giving a schedule, and he even hasn't got understanding of the impact of the decisions that he makes on the road network, vis-a-vis road reservations, pedestrians walkway, media signs, and all that.
MMDCEs in Accra declared a zero tolerance on unauthorized bills or posters not long ago.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly's bylaws 2017 on cleaning, for example, mandates AMA to destroy or remove unauthorized structures within the area of authority of the Assembly. Sections of the bylaws further state that a person shall not affix bills or posters for advertisement on any wall, road sign, tree or fixtures other than one, spaces specifically provided or approved by the Assembly for that purpose. 2, on property owned or occupied by that person.
Ablekuma North is one of the new municipal assemblies carved out of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, AMA. With a population of about 200,000, the assembly spans Dakuman Junction, parts of N1, Sakaman, Akukofoto, Kaneshi, Odoko to Kokompe. Kofi Ofori is the chief executive. He does not agree that local government authorities have not done enough to check visual pollution.
When we came, we also found out that there are some unauthorized billboards all around. So we wrote to the Billboard Association, we wrote to them, and then now we've decided to give it to a contractor to regulate those things for us. So even tomorrow, I'm meeting them and find out how far they've gone with the work I've given them. So by tomorrow, by this time at least, we'll finish the meeting. I'll know exactly what they've done. My engineers are removing some. My engineers themselves go around and remove some.
I have come to DDP, the biggest outdoor advertising company in Ghana, with more than 2,500 billboards spread across the country. It also has some of the most sophisticated gadgets, like this SIJ 330 UV machine that prints pictures said to last for 7 years in favorable climates. DDP's chief executive is Norbert Rufu. He says the clutter in the country devalues their products.
It's actually eroding the value we have in our media, because these media, especially the bigger billboards, they cost a fortune to put them in. And when there is so much clutter, then even the client does not get the correct value that they need to get for the media they have. And ourselves is something that we are not happy about at all.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly declined a request for an interview. If Accra will become the cleanest city in Africa, then government must face the issue of visual pollution head on. And regulatory authorities like the Accra Metropolitan Assembly have a tougher job to make this possible by sanitizing the out-of-home advertising industry. Reporting for City News, Caleb Kuda, Accra.